Hi everybody, happy Memorial Day. I recently passed 100 subscribers and I'm not sure how because they put out so little content, but I figured since I have passed 100 subscribers maybe I should. So, here's another chainsaw review. This time it's an MS291 from Stihl. I like this saw. I'm happy with it so far. I've had it for a couple months and I've run a bunch of tanks of gas through it. I've cut a grapple load of firewood and I've cut down some trees. And my complaints are pretty minor. I'll go over the pluses first and then get to the minuses. My first plus that I really like, and one of the specific reasons I bought this saw, is these toolless caps. These things are great. I know I was told that I might not like them and there's reasons not to like them, but I like them. They're simple, they're easy. They come off, they go on, no tools, no fiddling, they don't leak. I don't have a problem with these. They're awesome. I also like the power. I upgraded to 55 cc's on this saw from 40 on my last saw. I'm liking the extra power. I would do it again. I probably couldn't go too much further. It's already a heavy saw. For me personally, it's 12.3 pounds dry. I think that's without the chain and bar. So it's right there. It's about what I need. I don't do any heavy cutting. I don't do it for a living. It's perfect. I also like the oil-o-matic chain on this saw. I've always liked the Stihl oil-o-matic chains. I think they're a good chain. The teeth look a little bit bigger than some of the other chains. Stihl makes it themselves. It's always run well and fit well and everything else for me. I enjoy using them. It's also got one of the other main reasons I bought the saw. It has an outboard chain sprocket. The chain and the sprocket rides on the outside of the clutch as opposed to the inside of the clutch. The Echo I had before, it was one of my big complaints about that particular saw. It had the sprocket on the inside, and I found it very difficult to get the chain and bar off sometimes. It seemed like it was more luck that everything lined up as it was supposed to pop that chain off of there. But this one, not an issue. Comes right off. Done. Going on is a little bit more fiddly, but when isn't it? That's just the way that goes. This saw in particular is running an 18-inch bar. It's rated for up to a 20. I like to cut the bar back by 2 inches. Having a little bit overpowered saw is probably not as bad as having a little bit of an underpowered saw. Again, it's rated for a 20, but that's just my personal opinion. That's the way I like it. As far as the drawbacks, some of the drawbacks aren't really even my drawbacks. I've been told by more than one person that they're hard to start, and I haven't noticed. I've always had good luck starting Stihls. Even saws that other people complain about and have a hard time with, I seem to be able to start them no problem. It doesn't have the same easy start system that the Echo did, but yet I don't have a problem starting this thing. You have to follow a specific procedure, but I don't know. Basically, you have to all the way down and then pull it a couple times until it starts to pop, and the second that it does, bring it up one notch and another 2 pulls and it will start. And it does this reliably, and it does this in the cold, and I've never had a problem. Once it's started, you can, goose it a little bit, and it will come up to the run position, and you're good to go. I have noticed that it is reluctant to stay running when it's cold, and by cold I mean in the summer or the winter, before it's warmed up. You have to goose the throttle in order to keep it going. Now, I'm not sure if that's a I'm not broken in issue, or if it needs to be tuned issue, but it seems to be just the way the saw runs. I don't know. If you have experience with a saw, drop comments on this in the comment section. Feel free. But either way, it's not a problem. Once it gets going and it's warmed up, it's good to go. Not bad. I've also been told by, I think it was a dealer that said it, people don't like the way the saw oils, and I don't believe it has an adjustable oiler on it. The oiler is set, and they don't think that it oils enough, apparently. Now, I will say that when you use the standard oil, it doesn't drink very much oil at all. I have noticed that. Has it been a problem? Well, I don't think so. That's because I was also told by the same guy when I bought the saw that a lot of people will just simply run winter oil all year round, and the winter oil is thinner and it goes through the saw much quicker. Okay, well, that's what I did, and it sure enough does drink the oil faster. Now, could you possibly hit a happy medium between summer oil and winter oil? Yeah, I'm considering that. I might go to a mix. I mean, it means you'll have to buy 2 gallons at once, but whatever. It's possible that right now, since it's warm, the saw is going through too much oil. I'm not sure. The only other thing I've noticed, and you could probably count this as strictly my fault. I don't really blame the saw. It might be because of the oiling issue. As you can see right down in here, the bar has been blued. That's generally not a good sign. It's not supposed to be like that, I don't believe. Although I see the bluing is under the paint. I guess it's possible that this has been blued at the factory. I'm not really sure. If anybody knows about that, feel free to drop a comment in the box. Has it been blued from the factory? It's under the paint? Or is that because I ran it tight and hot? Really not sure. Either way, the bar continues to work fine. It doesn't appear to be grooved or worn or burnt on the riding surfaces. I don't know. So that's the major thing about this saw. I would so far 100% buy it again. I really like the saw. And I'm just going to do a quick comparison to the Echo. I know they're not 100% in the same class, but the Echo that drove me crazy and finally left, that was a $300 saw versus $439 for this one. It was 40 cc's as opposed to 55.5 for this one. It was 10.1 pounds for the power head as opposed to 12.3 pounds for this one for just the power head, and I was running a 16-inch bar as opposed to an 18-inch bar for this one. So not 100% a direct comparison. It's a little bit of an upgrade in power. I never did end up doing the muffler mod that was recommended for the CS400 for whatever reason. I couldn't bring myself to do it. I don't like carburetors, not really my thing. At some point, it would be cool to do a muffler mod on this one when it's out of warranty. I suppose I can look into doing a muffler mod. If anybody has suggestions on a really good muffler mod video for this one, I'd love to hear it. But yeah, so that's the Stihl MS291. I'm happy with it. I'd buy it again. I could recommend it. And there you go. We'll see you later.